Greetings from the Appalachian Trail. It's Jeff doing a section hike, first of 2024. And today I'm in northern Tennessee. Gonna pick up a number of miles, hopefully, in the next 3 or 4 days. Just going through the Roan Mountain area where there's a lot of grassy balds and some high peaks. So there should be some good views on this trip. Today I'm going from Iron Mountain Gap, if you look at it on a map, to Carver's Gap. En route, I'll be going over the top of Roan Mountain, which is 6,000 feet. And it's the last time I think northbounders hit that elevation before they get to New Hampshire. So going over a big one today. Lots happened since I last talked to you in October when I was in Georgia. What was going on with me? I struggled physically through that. And that's because I had colon cancer. So it's kind of holding me back. So about a week after I got back, on October 26th, had a total colectomy and endoleostomy. So pretty major surgery. It took me about a month to get over. About 2 weeks after the surgery, wasn't doing too well, and found out my mother passed away. So there's a double whammy. Then the triple whammy, getting ready to come home from the funeral. Pathology report said there was some lymph node involvement, meaning I have stage 3. Now the good news is all the cancer was contained within inside the colon. A couple of lymph nodes had it. So I am now going through chemotherapy, more as a precaution, but that's just kind of the standard operating procedure. I'm just finished up round 6 of 12, so I'm halfway. Feeling pretty good. Do have some side effects. I'm on day 8 of this cycle, so a lot of side effects have subsided a little bit for this trip. That was planned. So going to be interesting on how I perform throughout this. But so just to show you, stop here for a second. I have a port. I'm not joking. And then with an endoleostomy, I'm dealing with an ostomy bag. So not pleasant. Get down here. But I've adjusted that, and that's temporary. I have 2 more surgeries scheduled after I finish chemotherapy. So as I said in my little announcement video last year, colon cancer, I had UC, ulcerative colitis, for the prior 15 years before that. So it was not, it was certainly likely that this was could have happened to me at some point. Didn't think it was going to happen at age 50, but hey. So it's going to be interesting here to see how I perform, as I said. And if you're going through these things, these type of struggles right now, I'm with you. And I appreciate everybody that's been supportive throughout all of this. But let's knock off the miles, baby. Hey everybody, little update. I'm 2 hours and 52 minutes into the hike. I've covered a little over 6 miles, so ahead of schedule. About 3.3 miles away from Hughes Gap, which is where the trail really starts to go up. And I was hoping to beat Hughes Gap by 1. I'm well ahead of schedule, right? It's like, it's not even not even 11 yet. So that's great. So I should make that. And then I got the really long climb up to Roan Mountain after that. So I should have a viewpoint up ahead. I do have a bit of a climb, about, I don't know, 500-600 feet coming up. Little rock knob, should be a nice little view at the top. But ahead of schedule, feeling good. Passed one through hiker who I felt bad. They were really struggling. This section of it really hasn't been, I mean, the trail is just very well maintained. So kudos to the group thus far. I think it maintains these trails, but relatively not difficult either. It's just really well graded. So I like that, especially considering I'm not really sure how I was going to perform, but I had a schedule, so that's good. It's been a minute since I was able to kind of hike at my pace, so happy. But I'll give you an update when I get to the top, get you some pictures of that. All right, over and out. Well, so much for the view at the top. Well, I've reached Hughes Gap, and look what we got here. Trail magic. Killer. I think I'll partake. Up.
Check it out. First blue sky I've seen all day. I'm about 3.4 miles to my pickup point, which is Carver's Gap. I'm running a little behind now. I was running ahead most of the day, and then coming up this 2,000-foot climb, kind of hit a little bit of a proverbial wall, and that's to be expected since it's been a while. But anyway, about a mile from the Cloudland site, which is where an old 1800s turn of the century resort was at one point. It's now just like footings and stuff, but once I get up to the top of that, it's pretty much a ridge run. So I should be able to make up a lot of time there, but this next mile is like straight up, and we'll see where we're at, because I've got about an hour 5 minutes to meet till 4 o'clock when I was supposed to meet the shuttle driver. So should be okay. I'll find a way back to my car somehow.
Starting to crest the top of the hill here to Cloudland. And I am just flat beat. I'm assuming I go right. The obvious trail. But the sun's out. And if you see here, this opening. Side of the old Cloudland Hotel. All right. Luxurious. So there we go. Not sure if you guys can see that. My hands are freezing right now, so I can't really hold the phone well. But so foundation's still here. So a lap of luxury. right down there. All right, so you see the old foundation surrounded by rhododendron and mountain laurel and the mountains in the background. This would be the place to hobnob for sure. All right, Cloudland hotel site. Top of that trail is Roan Mountain Shelter. I do not feel like making that climb right now. Maybe if I was backpacking, I'd be staying there. It is known as the highest shelter on the AT, over 6,000 feet. The very highest one, also the coldest. So anyway, I'm gonna keep plugging. All right, I've made it. Took me a little longer than I thought, but I made it to Carver's Gap. See you guys tomorrow.